We came to Sherando Lake it's like a school field trip for the middle school, and there's a bunch of different activities, and right now I'm in fly fishing.
We started this project, we got a grant last year from the Department of Wildlife Resources we called it our Flyology Project, where we've done a variety of things. One, we're raising trout in the classroom, so we're raising native brook trout to release in the Mormons River. Then we've learned fly fishing techniques connected with brook trout and their habitat and the ecology of the native brook trout. We've also learned about the entomology of the insects they eat, so their life cycles, and kind of learned fly tying as a way to kind of connect the life cycle of the insects to the sport of fly fishing.
We are just fly fishing. We've been training for a long time in my classroom. We've been learning how to tie flies, how to cast rods, and all about fish, all about brook trout. And today we're just going out and really doing it.
I think just actually getting a chance to apply some of the skills that they've practiced, even catching cardboard fish in the parking lot with Bailey, one of the managers from the Orvis store, but to actually do that on the water. We're planning trips in the future again, but this is the first time out on a lake to have a wide open spot to practice casting.
As opposed to normal fishing, which uses a heavy lure and a light line, fly fishing uses a heavy line and a light lure.
We're fishing them today because brook trout is a keystone species. It's important to the environment. If it were to disappear, or if it would be bad. So it's in the sense that if we notice that brook trout are disappearing, that's basically an early warning that something bad is happening.
So we can learn how to fix it, and yeah, like with like keystone species, we've been learning about that too in school, which are like one species where it's like if you remove them from the ecosystem will just crash because they're keeping everything together. Or they're like part of what's keeping everything together. So
students have been really excited. I mean, they're actually at this point, I have done minimal work on taking care of the tank in the classroom. The students do all the water transfers, testing, checking on the filter, the equipment. They've also been really excited. The fly tying has been way more popular than we anticipated, where it's almost you start the class anymore, and for our Flyology exploratory class, they just get right to work and focus for the entire class on tying small lures that look like different insects.
It really is important because, like, we need to know about the environment, and like I've always really liked the outdoors, and just learning about something that's so important. It's really cool.
There is no way we would have had the funding as part of our regular science curriculum funding. We had $11,000 from the Department of Wildlife Resources, which allowed us to buy the equipment to raise the trout, where we have to keep the tank at 55 degrees. The chiller is pretty expensive for that, along with the filters. Plus to get fly fishing rods, all the fly tying equipment, even the transportation to get here today to have the longer day at Sherando Lake.
Getting out into nature, fresh air, no screens.
Our goal is to hopefully go to some mountain streams in the spring.
Try fly fishing, it's cool, it's fun.